Hey guys, how are you? Welcome to another episode of the Student World Spotlight. My name is Carlos Ranchetti, your host for tonight. Guys, I'm really happy to see that we have some familiar faces joining us here today. I see Adrian, I see Maha, Luciana, Happy Life Circus is here as well. And already 51 people watching us today. Ooh, it's going to be a very nice, interesting live. Guys, now is 7 p.m. here in Central Europe. I'm wondering what time is it where you're watching us from? I see here Maha saying, "Hey, I'm watching you guys from India, 10:30 p.m." Oh, getting late there, Maha. Thanks for watching us here today. Guys, I'm very happy because today we're going to put in the spotlight a university called Universidad Catolica de Murcia from Spain. Yes, so, and this is very nice for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's been a while since we had a Spanish university here. And so it's very nice. Lately, we have been covering other countries in Europe. So, yeah, we're very excited because we know that many of you are seriously considering Spain as a destination. So, really excited to to be able to help you out with some questions and some valuable information, hopefully. But guys, yeah, so we have more people coming up here. Carolina, hi, Carol, from Argentina, 2 p.m. there. Tefal in the Philippines. Ooh, nice, beautiful country. Itza from Mexico. We have Peru here. Adrian, Danielle from Colombia. Really, really nice to have you all here, guys. Before we start, let me ask you something, because it's very common that sometimes the brands like this one over here called the Student World to dispatch from its audience, right, from its users. It's very common that happens. We find ourselves in the middle of exhausting routines, daily routines. We start like doing things in an automatic way, and we forget the people that we're doing all this to, which is you guys. So what I like about this lives is that, well, number one, we can put a face behind the brand, this brand over here. So because the student world is nothing more than a group of people, a team, a very, very nice team who works daily on promoting study abroad education. And what I'm trying to ask you here is, please don't ever let us lose our mission here and lose the track into what we're doing, because the bottom line here is that we're doing this for you all, right? Because many of you are right now planning to study abroad, and we want to give you all the support you need. So every time we come with a different live here, it's with the same goal, the same idea is to really help you. So every time I know we get to that point that we're like, hey, send your comments, send your questions, but the idea here is to you guys to really tell us if what we're doing here is really helping you out, right? Because this is very important. I'm right now looking at a camera. I don't know where you are. I don't know who you are. I don't know what your goals are, what your situation is regarding your plans to study abroad. So really engage with us. Really, and this is not like some BS talk. I'm really like. I'm really looking forward for you to tell us what your situation is, tell us what your plan is, and really let us help you out in this process, right? Because that's the reason we're here. Okay, so yes, more people joining us. Agustin, I've seen you before, Agustin. Happy that you're coming back. Really, I'm happy, guys, also because I can see that many of you are starting to join multiple lives here. So I guess it's a sign that you're enjoying what we're doing. So this is really, really nice. So thanks for that. Danielle, if I could, I would, my friend, but unfortunately, I cannot speak Spanish. But yes, what you can do perhaps is I think there's a functionality of subtitles here on YouTube. If you're watching us from YouTube, maybe you can give it that one a try. If you're watching us from Facebook, I'm not sure, but from YouTube, I think they have a subtitles option. So yeah, give that one a try. At least it might be a bit easier to understand. Also, if I'm and this is for all of you guys, if I'm talking too fast, let me know. I can slow down a little bit and make sure that you are understanding what we're discussing here. All right. So yes, so very happy to have you here, Rafaela from Brazil. Ooh, Rafaela, I'm from Brazil as well. Hey, where in Brazil are you? Who else? Josani is here. Yes, if I asking if I could speak Spanish, guys, I wish I could, but unfortunately not. But the guest that we have here today, I'm gonna give you guys his contact, and he speaks Spanish, so you'll be able to send your questions after the live as well. All right. Okay, so I guess that's it. If you like what you're watching, don't forget to give us your like, right? And really, don't the thing that I was just talking about, like really sending it, telling us what your situation is. Let me be your voice for the next hour, right? Let me ask the questions you wanna ask to this incredible university that we're receiving here today. All right. So please engage on the chat, and I'll be more than happy to help you out. And last but not least, please do tell us which universities would you like us to bring for the next episodes. The Spotlight, which is this program, we host every Tuesdays at this exact same time. So if you want to see a particular university, if you're considering, if you have already like 2 or 3 that you are considering, that that are among your favorite ones, you can just let us know here in the chat. My team will be taking notes here, and we'll do our best to bring them in the next episodes. All right. But speaking of today's episode, so getting back to today's episode, we're putting on the spotlight this university, as I mentioned at the beginning, which is called Universidad Catolica de Murcia. Not sure if all of you know, but Murcia is a city in the southeast of Spain, but my colleague will be able to tell here better. But actually, let me put an image here to show you. I took the screen just to let you guys know, so you have an idea where Murcia is in Spain. So let me ask my team here to please. Yeah, thanks, guys. So there you can see where the red dot is. By the way, I'm right here. You can see that that's where Murcia is. All right, so it's close to Alicante, as you can see there. It's close to the relatively close to the coast as well. All right, yeah, Agustin saying here, universities in Vancouver would be great, amazing, Agustin. If you have anyone in particular, let me know. If not, I do have some in mind. Lawrence College, awesome. Thanks, Luciana. Guys, let me ask my team here to take a note here. So please, Carla, my colleague who is in the backstage, please take note of these universities. All right then. So yes, so let's bring before we bring to the stage actually the Universidad Católica de Murcia. Let's play a quick video we have prepared here for you guys, which basically shows the university, show their beautiful campus, and it tells a little bit more about those incredible institutions. After that, then I'll bring our guest to talk about studying there. All right. So let's take a look at the university, Universidad Católica de Murcia.
Every morning you wake up not knowing what kind of choices you're going to make during the day. What are you going to eat for breakfast? What purposes are you going to fulfill? But without a doubt, there are certain questions that come to you as great decisions that will define you forever. Choosing a university to become what you want it to be is one of the most important decisions you ever make. Getting out of your comfort zone will make you grow as a person and improve yourself daily. It will help you to meet new friends from different countries, to share your experiences, and above all, to continue discovering yourself. This is why Thousands of students from all over the world come every year to study at our university, placed in the beautiful city of Murcia. Our campus is located in the historical monastery of Los Heramos, built and founded in the 17th century. It is one of the most cosmopolitan campuses currently operating in Spain, as well as one of the European universities with the best teaching quality. UCAM has at its disposal several facilities with the greatest innovations concerning technology and science, so you can develop your maximum potential. Murcia, which is located in the southeast, is one of the Spanish cities with the highest number of sunny days per year. Take the next step and start leading your future at UCAM.
Cool, right? All right, guys. So please welcome now Andres Orozco, is representing UCAM. Hi, Andres. Good to have you here. How are you doing today?
Hi, Carlos. How are you? Thank you very much for inviting us, and it's sure to be here. Hi, guys.
Pleasure to welcome you guys here. Andres, why don't we start with you telling a little bit about yourself, what you do for the university, and also to give a quick intro on who is the Universidad Católica de Murcia.
Yeah, sure. Well, as you said, my name is Andres. I am the representative for the Universidad Catolica de Murcia in Ecuador and Brazil too. Now I'm gonna start telling you something about the university, so you can have a broad idea about who we are. Well, Universidad Católica de Murcia is a very young university. We have 24 years old. We were 97 in Spain. As you mentioned before, we are located in the southeast of Spain. It's a small city, about 300,000 people, and we are recognized in Spain as gaming as a educative city or a student city. Why? Because we have around 50,000 students living in the city, because we have two big universities. Public one, Universidad de Murcia, and our university, which is Universidad Catolica de Murcia, private university.
Oh wow! So it's a city with 300,000 people, and 55,000 are actually students. I can imagine like the
yes,
student vibe.
right.
It's probably really nice. You go out and then everybody, like all the young people, like having I can imagine already the atmosphere. Yes, cool. So Andres, we know that Spain is a very popular destination, right? Especially for international students. It's Spain's actually, for those of you who didn't know, is one of the 10 countries in the world who receives the most amount of international students per year. And but my question here is, what do you think that makes Spain so popular for people to want to go there and to study there?
Well, to start, I would say that Spain is a very international country. It's a hub not only for students but also for innovation. For example, in Barcelona, we have a very big innovation hub. Also, Spain is a tourist hub. It's considered one of the top three most visited countries in the world. So it's a very interesting country to know, also because of its architecture, of its culture, its gastronomy as well. Who haven't heard about Paella Valenciana, for example, that is very popular around the world. And I would say those are the reasons why Spain is a very visited country. Another thing in particular is that Murcia has a spectacular climate. Murcia is never too cold, is never too hot as well. It's say a perfect climate, which varies between 5-7 degrees, the coldest in the winter, to 35 degrees at most in the summer. So it's a very, very nice weather.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And right now, I'm based here in the Netherlands, and it's funny how when the summer hits Europe, everybody goes to Spain. Like all the people I know here, everybody at some point in June, July, they're traveling to Spain. So yeah, when it comes to the weather, I think Spain is the go-to place in the whole Europe. But
Yeah.
yes, but inside Spain, I mean, you already have like incredible cities like Madrid and Barcelona, Valencia, Sevilla, but Murcia has it's a different type of city, right? It's a smaller town, but yet many people are choosing to go to these smaller towns, right? Why do you think that they're becoming so popular for, especially for international students who are now not only looking at the mainstream cities
Mhm.
like Madrid and Barcelona, but also exploring the other destinations within the country?
Well, Murcia have a couple of difference those big cities that you already mentioned. For example, the first one is that the living costs are very low compared with Barcelona or Madrid. For example, just to mention, living a month in Madrid or in Barcelona could cost you up to 1,000 or 1,200 euros per month. However, in Murcia, you could live very well with 600 euros, which is the half. So that is a very important point. Students prefer to go to Murcia because if you multiply that for 4 years or 3 years or even 1 year, if you go to do a master's degree with us, it's gonna make difference in terms of budget. Another thing is that maybe you already know this, that the more you go to the south and in Europe, the hotter, let's say, is the blood of people. So people in Murcia tends to be more Latin. Let's are very friendly, are people that like party, are very chill. So the environment there in Murcia is different, totally different to the environment that you can find there in Barcelona and Madrid. And another thing, going back to my previous message before, is the weather. Weather is perfect. Though there are some good reasons why students prefer us.
Yeah, absolutely. And Andres, I always tell people here that when it comes to studying abroad, there's no such thing as one destination fits all. You know, it's really a matching process. So in this case, guys, we're talking about a smaller city which have the very like student vibe atmosphere because there are lots of students there, as Andres mentioned. A big percentage of the population is made of students. Also the weather, people are more welcoming. So if this is the kind of things that excites you, then maybe Murcia is really a place for you to consider. Plus the benefits of the being like a student budget friendly, let's put this way, option, right? But Andres, now let's talk a little bit more about the university, right? Because not everybody know UCAM or UCAM. So can you tell us a little bit more about like what makes UCAM like a great option for international students who are looking to study their bachelor's and masters? What is unique about UCAM?
Well, what makes us unique is first of all, that we are a new university, as I said, and we are an innovative university, let's say. We have very innovative programs. You just have to go to our website and check out our programs are totally adapted to the current demands of. Another thing is that we are located now we are already ranked into the best rankings in the world. This is the World Times Higher Education ranking and also the QS World Education ranking. So those rankings are makes us one of the top 10% of universities in Europe. We are located in the first 250 universities in that continent, out of around 2,700 universities that are around Europe.
Yeah, nice. And how many students do you guys have?
Well, currently we have about 600,000 students in on-campus programs and up to 50,000 students on online programs. So that makes a count of good diversity and also the good quality of programs that we offer.
All right. But wait, did you mention 600,000? More than 500,000 students?
16,000. Yeah,
Oh,
16,000.
16,000. Okay. All right. I was like,
16,000.
holy,
Yeah,
you guys
sorry.
are big. Okay, cool.
Right.
Yeah, we have Daniel is asking us some questions here. Talk about I think it was
Please.
Daniel who asked about the requirements and so on. But we're gonna get to that, Daniel. I just wanted to have so you guys can have like a broad view first of the university. Andres, some people that are watching us here, they obviously are from Latin America, therefore they are Spanish speakers. But some others here, we got people from the Middle East, we got people from Asia here, from India, and from Brazil. People that are not most likely fluent in Spanish, right? So does UCAM offers programs, bachelor's and master's in English as well? And which programs are those?
Yes, absolutely. We do have an offer of about 25% that we offer in Spanish and also in English. I mean, not mixed. So it's either in Spanish or in English. And the most, let's say, attractive programs that we offer right now at the undergraduate level are psychology, pharmacy, dentistry, physical activities, and sports sciences, because one of our strengths, we are known in Spain as the sports university. And also at level of graduate programs or master's programs, we have innovation and tourism marketing. We have European Union Studies and Human Rights. We have the MBA programs also in English and also in Spanish, as I previously said. So we have 25% more or less offer of programs that 100% in English. For those programs, what you need is the same documents that we are going to discuss later, plus a B2 level of English. That's what we ask for.
Cool. So you got already to what another thing that I was going to ask, which is regarding which areas or which fields is UCAM really strong at? And you were mentioning that you guys are really strong at. I think you were saying it's sports university, but I wanted to if you can tell us a little bit more about which particular fields or areas that the university is really it really stands out.
Well, there are some fields into the sports that we are standing out right now. For example, we have a high performance sports master's degree, which has an agreement with the Barcelona hub. So students that study with us these kind of programs, they can do some practices and even some courses with Barcelona Sports Hub. So that is one side. Let's say in undergraduate level, we have the physiotherapy programs as well, and as well as the previously mentioned physical activities and sports science, which are very top ranked in.
Cool. Guys, by the way, if you want to share here the programs that you're interested in, we can talk more about them. Again, I want to make this live about you, so it depends on the audience that we have. Let's make sure I'll do my best to make it as personalized as possible. So please go ahead and if you want to share your specific interest, be my guest. Okay. All right, Andres. So now let's talk a little bit about the. Oh, this is one question that it's very common also for people that are interested in the master level programs. The masters are 1 year or 2 years there at the university.
Most of our masters are 1 year. However, there are specific masters. No more than % of our masters that are 2 years.
Okay, cool. And I'm guessing the bachelors are 4 years, correct?
In the case of bachelors, them are 4 years, and there are some also exceptions that are more than 4 years or even less than 4 years. For example, we have a grado en danza, an undergraduate in dancing, lasts 3 years. And we also have the undergraduate in medicine, which lasts 6 years. So there are some exceptions, like the vast majority of them are just of 4-year duration.
Cool. And let's talk a little bit about the average cost, the tuition cost for international students. But also, I want to ask you, because this is the case for many of our audience. They are international, so they come from other countries. However, some of them do have the dual citizenship, the Spanish citizenship, right? That they have the Spanish passport. So can you explain a little bit more? What are the costs for first the international students, and then the ones that happen to have the Spanish citizenship?
Of course, it depends. Of course, the codes of the program on the program that the students are looking for. But let's say the cloud of these prices goes from 4,000 euros to 7,000 euros, depending on the program. And also, to your question, the students who have a Spanish passport or even a European Union passport, they can access to a preferential price in most of the programs, not in all of them, but in most of them, of about 1,000 euros less per year.
Okay. All right. Okay. And that amount that you mentioned, that's for, first of all, that varies according to the program, or is the same price regardless of which bachelor's you do or which master's you do?
It varies according to the program. There are programs that are a bit more expensive, and there are some others that are a bit more, less expensive. But let's say the spectrum goes from 4,000 to 7,000 euros in undergraduate and also in master's degrees. The difference, of course, is the duration. In master's, the duration, as we previously mentioned, is 1 year, and in bachelor's is 4 years.
Cool. And that price is per year, right?
That price is per year, exactly.
Yeah, cool. All right, then. Okay, guys. So things are starting to get a little bit more clear. So between 4,000 euros, 7,000 euros per year. But again, as Andres well pointed, that may vary. And that's why I was asking which programs are you interested, because then we can perhaps get more specific information here. All right, then. The other thing that many students they ask us is the possibility of remaining in Spain and acquiring like a professional experience. In other words, stay after the graduation and work, right? what are the possibilities for international students to stay there once they graduated and work for a company there for like a couple of years or 1 year or 2 years?
Possibly. I mean, students who study with us, they have access, especially in on-campus programs, they have access to internships in Spain. They can do their internships, and some of them they prefer to their internships and go back to their hometown, and they prefer to stay. However, to stay, obviously, what companies ask for is a good performance during the internship experience. So with this, the students usually they have good chances to extend their permanence, and not only to extend but also to change their status from a student to worker in Spain. So the possibilities are open, are there.
Cool. So basically, during the time they will be studying, they can already they can get into an internship with a company that has like a partnership or something with UCAM, and then once the graduation is over, they can switch to like a different contract with their company.
Exactly, depending on their performance. And
On their
the
performance.
internships are made out of a program in the case of master's degrees. Usually, the programs goes from October to June. I mean, the taught part of the program. The internship part goes from July to September. In the case of undergraduate programs, the internships are usually carried out in the last year of the program.
Cool. All right. We got a good question here from Yanira Lorena. Yanira Lorena, we're going to help you. So here we go, Andres. She's asking, do we need to accredit or validate our academic degree to apply for a master's degree? Yes, no. What are
Well,
the, let's get into the requirements a little bit. Let's start with the master's level programs.
yeah, absolutely. Well, for the question of Yanira, you don't need to validate with the Spanish government in order to access to a master's degree. How you do need is to hack apostille of your undergraduate degree, which is just, let's say, a legalization of your. You don't have to do a very long or tiring process of homologation of your diploma. So don't worry about this.
Yep. By the way, Yanira, where are you watching us from? Which country? And also, what are you interested in? Tell us. Let's talk a little bit about your situation. All right, moving on. So yeah, so getting into the requirements, can you like give like an overview of like how easy or super difficult the application process is? What are the requirements for both undergrad and master levels?
All right, I say that to apply for a master's degree in terms of documentation, it's a bit easier than to applying for an undergraduate degree. And now I'm gonna tell you the reason. And the reason is that, well, let's say in the basis, the documents you need to apply are, for example, you need your diploma. In the case of a master's degree, you need your undergraduate degree. In case of bachelor's degree, you need your high school degree. So there is similar, let's say. However, after this, you need to do an homologation process of your degree in the case of for undergraduate degrees. I mean, you need to go to the Spanish embassy and ask for homologation of your high school degree in order to access to an undergraduate degree with us. It's not the case with the master programs, as we previously said with Janira's question. So that's why it's a bit easier, let's say, for master's degree apps. Now, another thing that you need is, of course, transcripts, your transcripts of high school undergraduate and your transcripts of your undergraduate in the case of master's applicants. And another thing is the passport. You need your passport. It has to be at least 1 more year after your application. So with this, the university can validate your ID, of course. And this is, let's say, the basis of documentation that you need in order to apply with us. After this, of course, you would need to do some apostilles of your degrees, of your undergraduate degrees, and also of your high degrees in the case of people who apply for their graduate programs. And you need also a small picture, a passport picture, a white background of yours. That's what you need.
Cool. All right then. I do have another question. It's not a very common question, but we do get it sometimes. Oh, by the way, before I jump into that, we got another comment here from Constanza Lopez. She's interested in just gestión administrativa. But she's looking at many online masters. But do you guys offer that either in English or in Spanish? In like to do it on campus?
Well, I think Constance already was checking out our website because we do have gestión administrativa. However, unfortunately, this year we are not offering this for Latin American for students out of Europe. But it's possible next year we will count with this program and with the place this program for students out of Europe.
Okay, cool. So Constanza, save Andres' contact that we'll be sharing at the end here, so you guys can keep in touch, and hopefully next year, fingers crossed, you can pursue that. Alrighty. Okay, then who else? We have another question here in French. My French, the only thing I can say in French is abajou because it's the same in Portuguese. That's it. But we have someone here asking if you guys offer programs in French as well. But I'm guessing no, right?
Oui, malheureusement, on n'a pas de programme pour étudiants qui parlent français. Unfortunately, we don't have programs for students that speak French. But what we can offer you is some Spanish classes previously to take a master's degree. For example, we have a very specific program for people who don't speak Spanish but want to master's degree. This program lasts about 1 month and is very intensive. So at the end of the month, you will get about B1 level, B1 plus level of Spanish. So with that, you could be able to understand the class and understand also the life in Spain.
Okay, wait a minute, because you just said something very important. So for those that want to study in Spanish, but they're not fluent in Spanish yet, you guys offer almost like a pathway program. So for like a Spanish course in 1 month to prepare them to get to a level in which they need in order to do their master's, for instance.
Exactly. So students who want to pursue with us a master's degree and still don't have the B2 level of Spanish or even any level of Spanish, they can take this Spanish program for masters, and with this intensive program, they can get a good level or enough level, let's say, to start the studies with us.
Oh, but is that an online program or they do it on campus?
It's on campus. It's on campus. So it's only for on-campus students. For online students, what we offer is other kind of Spanish speaking programs that are not specifically this kind of, I mentioned before, the Spanish program for master students, but are more regular, let's say, programs that usually last 6 months, 1 year. Yeah, these kinds of programs.
Oh, very well. Nice. Okie dokie. Yeah, so we have more people asking for your contact information because they have questions they want to ask. Guys, since there are so many people asking,
Please.
Rosanna, this is Rosanna, you can send your questions here in Spanish, and Andres can reply in Spanish to the questions specifically. We just cannot switch the whole live to Spanish, unfortunately, but we can answer questions in Spanish as well. So feel free to send us, or otherwise, just wait until a few minutes, and we'll be sharing Andres' contacts as well. Yeah, so Andres, yeah, we're getting already close to the end here. It went by so fast. But guys, I'm still like hoping that we can, do more. So please send your questions about your particular situation. We have close to 50 people watching us now. So yeah. But Andres, now let's talk something that is very, very popular, which is scholarships, right? Because although the amount is a very good amount, like I can tell, guys, I talk to many universities all the time, and that I can tell this price is way less than what. Well, it's hard to say an average, but these are pretty good tuition fees. But are there scholarships available for international students? Can you talk a little bit about those?
Yes, we do offer scholarships for international students. These scholarships are merit-based and also are scholarship discounts. So aren't full scholarship, not even partial, but are good discounts students can ask for. The discounts goes from a 5% till a 15% over the program's price. So to access to this kind of scholarship, the students, or to apply to this kind of scholarship, students have to have been accepted to the program, and also have paid their tuition, their tuition fee. For this, they can do their application for scholarship, and if they got the scholarship, they get the discount in the tuition fee payment.
Cool. All right. Okay then. Yeah. So let's put the contact information for UCAM
Please.
here on the screen. Guys, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to ask our colleague here to put it on the chat for you guys as well. But it's quite simple, as you can see. It's info@ucam.edu. So info@ucam.edu. All right. Cool. Andres, just when we're getting to the end here, I want to ask like a final. Oh, by the way, not before the final thing. Just one quick thing. Where the majority of students, of the international students at UCAM, which countries did they come from?
Oh, that's a great question. Well, let's say the vast majority obviously comes from Spain, and later on from the rest of Europe, but from intern students, the vast majority comes from Americas. That is about 50% of our international students comes from America. The other 50% are distributed in Asia, Africa, Oceania, and other places.
Very well. Okie dokie. Let me see, because we got one question here. Hola, ¿qué becas para estudiantes de otros países tienes y dónde podemos tener más información sobre los requisitos? Gracias de antemano. Do you have a link there, Andres, that we can share with regarding this, so I can put it here on the chat? Do you think?
Right now I don't, but if you will, that we already share, can give you information about the scholarships. I would say that the most common scholarship that we use, I previously mentioned, but of course there are some scholarship bodies that work with us. For example, Fundación Carolina is one that works across Latin America. And for this kind of scholarships, you have to ask directly to that entity about how this works.
Cool. All right, then. I guess that's it for today, guys. Andres, the final question is why Universidad Católica de Murcia is the right options for everybody that has been watching us here today.
Well, I don't want to spend so much time in this, but I would say in summary, you have a good cost benefit because, as I previously mentioned, the costs are not very high compared with other universities. Another thing is our rankings. We are already in the 10 best percent of Europe, which is important, and also live. If you want to have a very good live experience, not only a good study experience, but also a live experience, you definitely have to choose UCAM.
Very well. All right, guys. Andres, thank you so much for joining us here today. And I hope to see you again in the future episode of the Student World Spotlight.
Thank you very much, Carlos. And thank you guys for attending this session. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Andres. Bye-bye. All right, everyone. Today was a little bit quicker than what we're used to, but I'm hoping that you can share your feedback there if you found it useful, if you liked the university that we have put it here today on the spotlight. We hope that we could show you what are the strengths of the university, what are the programs they offer, everything about them, right? So please. Let us know. I just saw that we got a question here coming from Soap or Sope. Sorry if I mispronounced your name. You can send the email to Andres at info, this one here on the screen, and he will be able to reply to you. All right, guys. Again, please keep your I don't like to use the word dream of studying abroad, because we need to start getting used to converting that into a plan, a feasible plan. So yes, please keep pursuing this plan of studying abroad. Today we talked about a very special country, which is Spain. It's the go-to place is for students from the United States, the UK, Italy, France, but also like the students from Latin America as well. So there's something there that is making this special country so attractive for students, right? So please do take in mind that Spain is a great option for you to consider. Today, we talked to a university that is located not in the main cities, but in the different cities called Murcia. And yeah, I hope that was useful to you all. Thank you, Luciana. Thank you so much. Guys, don't forget to subscribe here, because every week we're bringing new universities. And also, if you want to see any specific university and you couldn't put it here on the chat, you can send a DM, a direct message on Instagram as well to our team, and we'll do our best to bring them. All right. Okay, I guess that's it then. Mahat, thank you for coming again. Great to see you back here. Luciana, as I mentioned, Sope, and everybody else who joined us here today. By the way, quick reminder, tomorrow we have another live. It's on Wednesdays. It's the Student World Prime Choices. We'll be talking about studying in Italy, and we'll bring 3 very good universities from Italy. So if you want to join, just hit subscribe here. We'll be here live tomorrow at the same time, all right? And if not, I hope to see you again soon, maybe, perhaps. So enjoy the night, guys. Thanks, Taina, also for joining us here today. Yes, enjoy the day, enjoy the night, whatever you are in the world, and we hope to see you soon, okay? The Student World, whatever you want to study, we know how to get you there.